Ruswahl Samaai recently rewrote history books by becoming the first African to win the long jump event at the Continental Cup competition in Ostrava earlier this year. Now, the African champion also defended his title in Asaba and bagged yet another Commonwealth Games medal at the event in Australia this year. CGTN Sias Plessis chatted to Samaai on the year that was and began by asking him if this was a golden period for South African athletics.
The guys on the circuit now medaled at the Commonwealth Games in 2014, and I think that has switched our whole mindset of what we can do, what we can achieve as a nation, and how we can dominate the world with our performance.
It's been a superb year for you. Tell us a bit more about this incredible year that you've enjoyed.
My whole focus this whole season was based on African Sems. Every single thing that we did, it's all based on African Sems, so I can peak and can be on the best of my performance when it matters. Heading into African Sems, I wanted to make it back-to-back. I wanted to be the first South African to make it a back-to-back title, and I think I did this well.
How tough was Asaba? I mean, we hear reports that it was difficult, to say the least.
We as Africa, as a nation, we're far from the rest of the world, and I think we need to invest in those kind of ways, in order to make Africa one of the best nations, not just in sport, but as a unity as well. Asaba was tough, but I'm grateful to see what was going on, how things is in the different part of the continent, or in the continent, especially in Africa.
You've been a consistent performer over the years, but for some reason in the last 2 years, 18 months, something's clicked. Tell us what's changed.
I want to be known as a championship performer. I want to be known as a guy who's always consistent on the podiums, no matter if he got the bronze once again. I want to be known as that guy. I want to be known heading into a competition. You should never count me out.
2019 is obviously a big year, but so is 2020, so is 2021. Tell us about this approach for the next 3 years.
Me and my coach, we already had a discussion of what we're going to do, what we're going to do, how we're going to do certain things. Like I said before, I want to be known as a championship jumper. So if you see me on the Diamond League circuit, having big muscles, having big thighs, don't question. Don't question me. If you see I'm not performing, don't question me. Just know that I'm going to stand on the podium when it matters.
The rivalry with Livo Manyonga, is it a positive one, and does he motivate you to perform on these big global stages that you're competing on?
The rivalry is amazing. It's positive. It's not negative at all. When we're on the circuit, we always try to strive one another. He always come to me before the game and tell him 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Why not?